Welcome to Tuples and Built-in Functions lecture. So tuples are similar to a list in that it contains a collection of elements, in this case in parentheses. And the elements in a tuple, unlike a list, are immutable. And they only have two functions, which are index and counts. So because they only have these two functions, we're also going to take a look at the built-in functions of Python. In this case, just these four, which are max, min, sum, and sorted. Okay, so let's say we have tup1 equals 40, 50, 60, 70, and also let's say we have 80. I'll do tup1, and you can see that it automatically assigns the parentheses around these numbers to have a tuple. And if I do, let's say, type tup1, you can see that we get tuple here. Okay, so let's say, for instance, we want to also create a list. So I'll have here my list equals 10, 20, and 30, and then I'll do, let's say, tup2 equals, so I want to convert this list, my list, into a tuple. So what we do is tuple, and then we do my list. And then I do tup2, and you can see now it's a tuple. So we do type tup2, you can see it says tuple here. Okay, so let's say, for instance, I want to have tup3 equals tup1 plus tup2. So let's add them together, tup3, and as you can see here, we have 40 all the way to 30 with these two tuples added together. Let's say, for instance, I want to have another one here, so tup4 equals, and this one's going to have, let's just say, cat again, cat, and we'll do dog, we'll just do 10, 10, 10, 10, and we'll just do, let's say, 1 boolean of true. Okay, then I'm going to do tup4.tab. You can see that we only have these two functions here, count and index. So let's say I want to count the number of the cats. So we have 3 here, unsurprisingly. If I do dog, we should get 2, which we do. And if I do, let's say, the integer 10, we get 4. And lastly, if I do true, we get 1. Okay, so that's the count function. Let's say, for instance, I want to take a look back at 3. So let's say I want to find out the position of one of these values. So let's say 70. What I can do is .index, and I'll do 70. You can see it's at 3, so if I do tup3 index by 3, we get 70. Okay, so that's the index function. And let's say, for instance, I want to use the built-in Python function. So I could do sum tup3, and we should get 360, which we do. So it's the summation of all the values in the tuple. And if I say I do just for 1, we get 300. And let's say I want to multiply, so you can multiply the tuple, so this should be now 600, as you can see here. Okay, so if I go back to tup3, now let's say I want to find out the maximum value, which we can see here is 80. So if I do max tup3, we get 80. If I want to find out the minimum value, tup1, rather tup3, we get 10 here. And let's say we lastly want to sort the values. So at the moment, tup3 is 40 to 30, so it's all a bit of a mess. So if I do sorted tup3, you can see it's 10 to 80. Let's say I want to change this back into a tuple. We simply go tuple here, and now it's a tuple. And lastly, we do, let's say, tup1, if I index by 0, I get 40. If I want to change this to, let's say, dog, I can't do that. We get type error. Tuple object does not support item reassignment. So this is essentially what the immutability means. We can do this with a list, of course, but not with a tuple. Okay, so that concludes my lecture on tuples. So that's been insightful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture. Thanks.